How many of you agree with me that ogbono soup is one of the simplest soup to prepare? Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we are making ogbono soup. If you have been following me, I say thank you so very much. And if you are new here, I say thank you. Keep liking and keep sharing my videos. So guys, if you want to see how this delicacy is made, sit tight and watch as we prepare this our special ogbono delicacy. So guys, for our simple ogbono soup, we'll be using goat meat. You can see we have goat meat here. You can see we have cow skin here. If you use goat meat to cook your ogbono soup, guys, you are going to thank me later. Also, you can see what we call cow tribe here, what they call shaki. We are going to use it for our ogbono soup. Ogbono soup is so delicious. What is ogbono soup without dry fish and smoked fish? So we are going to be using this catfish, dried catfish, and this fish that is mala fish. It is already smoked. It is called ejakika. We are going to be using this type of fish. You can use any dry fish of your choice. Then this is our blended ogbono. If you don't know the original ogbono, if you go to market, they'll give fake ogbono. They have different type of ogbono. Some are not slimy, while the original one is slimy. So if you are lucky, you want to buy ogbono, tell them to give you ogbono that is so slimy. So after buying from the market, I had to blend it. That is why it looks like this. And guys, this is fresh palm oil. You can see how fresh this palm oil is looking. If you use any bad oil for your ogbono soup, your ogbono soup will not come out so well. So try and get fresh palm oil when you get to the market. Then this is our crayfish. Crayfish too goes well with ogbono soup, and you need to use a lot of crayfish when you are cooking your ogbono soup. So this is not blended. Later on, I'm going to be blending with my dry meal. Then this is stockfish fillet. You can get the head of the stockfish and put it. You can get the body. You can get any part of the stockfish. But I'm using this stockfish fillet for our ogbono soup. So this is ogiri okpei. This is the star of this soup. Ogiri okpei is very good for ogbono soup. The Igbos, they will not cook ogbono soup without adding this ogiri okpei. But some people, they might not want to add it. But this ogiri okpei takes your ogbono soup to the next level. So I'll blend it with the crayfish. Then you can see here I have periwinkle. Periwinkle is optional. I love using periwinkle when I'm cooking my ogbono soup. Then this is my chopped onions. Chopped onions is for the meat. Grandma says that if you are cooking ogbono soup, don't add too much onions, because if you add too much onions, you might kill the potency of the slime of the ogbono soup. So I just normally add just little onions when I'm cooking my ogbono soup. So this is my chopped pepper to boil the meat. I will still add some dry pepper because ogbono soup loves a lot of pepper. You know, because of the slimy nature, if you don't add enough pepper, you might not like it. So this is the chopped pepper for boiling of the meat. Here you can see I have different type of vegetable. I have Uziza and I have ugu leaf. When you're making ogbono soup, you can use any vegetable of your choice, but don't add too much of it. Just little of the vegetable you add. So I'm using ugu, that is pumpkin, and then Uziza leaf for our ogbono. So before we start cooking the meat, this is the blended ogbono. So what I'll do now is to pour in some palm oil so that it can dissolve. Later on, I'm going to put it in the pot of meat so that it can dissolve. If not, you just have your ogbono, or will just be lumpy or have seed. So in the pot now, I'll add in the goat meat. I will now add in the cow tribe or the shaki. I'll be boiling this together because they have the same boiling time. Then I'll add in my chopped onions. Later on, I'll add the cow skin because the cow skin is a bit soft. So I don't want it to be too soft. That's why I'll add it later on. So I'll now add in bouillon cube. Then I'll add in some salt, not too much salt. Then I'll add in the pepper. I'll add in the chopped pepper. So at this point now, I'll cover the pot, let it cook without water. Then later on, I'll now add water. So you can see the meat is on the fire now, the heat is on. There's no water in the pot. Let it use its own juice to boil. Then I'll now add water later for it to keep cooking. So pour the pot now and let it start cooking. While the meat is cooking, now it's now time for me to wash the fish. So you can use warm water or you can use cold water. So at this point, I'm using warm water to wash the fish. You just wash and then you add the bone. Take out all the bone so that you don't get choked when you are eating. Ogbonor soup is so delicious and is one of the simplest and easiest soup to make once you have your blended ogbonor. Back in the day, we cry most times when we want to cook ogbonor soup because you don't have blender, you have to pound it. I know what it means to pound ogbonor before it will get smooth. Man, I tell you, in your eye go hear when. So guys, you can see that the meat is cooking and with its own juice, it has brought out its own juice. What I'll do now, I'll now add some more water and then let it keep cooking. You know, it is goat meat and cow tripe. It takes a lot of time to cook and I want it to be so tender so that you can chew it very well when you are eating. I'll add in the stockfish fillet too so that it will now cook together because it's a bit hard. So at this moment, I'll just cover the pot now. Let the meat cook to be so tender because I want to eat this meat so soft. So guys, this is my dry meal. I'll now add in the crayfish and the ogiri okpei, which is part of this our soup. I'll add it. Then we'll now blend to be so smooth. I'm done blending the crayfish and the ogiri okpei. And guys, this is what it looks like. You can see that it's so smooth. So I'll drop it now. Let us now cut the vegetable. This is the Uziza leaf, thoroughly washed, plucked from the stem. So I'll now cut them or slice them now into smaller bits. After cutting the first one, you now pack them very well again and cut to make it so tiny. So you can see I'm done cutting the Uziza leaf. Now I'll now cutting the pumpkin or the ugu leaf as the Igbos will call it. So this is the ugu leaf. I got this ugu leaf from my farm or my garden at the back of my house. I always say if you have that small space or you have some buckets, try and plant some vegetables or some things that you need in the kitchen. So I'll just cut so thinly until I am done cutting. So my people, this is 30 minutes. This meat has been boiling. I know it is not yet cooked, just I want to add the cow skin so it can cook to be so tender. Then I'll add in the bowl of ogbonor and let it dissolve. So I'll cover the pot and let it keep cooking. So guys, you can see the water has just boiled down and the meat is so soft now. So I'll get in crayfish, add the crayfish. Then I'll add in some more pepper, dry pepper. But don't add too much pepper if you cannot tolerate heat. I love my ogbonor soup to be hot. So I'll add bouillon cube. After that, we'll now add in some water. Depends on the quantity of the soup you want. You now add, but I want ogbonor soup to be thick. So now I'll add in just a drop of oil because your ogbono already has oil. Just a drop because your ogbono already has oil. So I'll cover the pot and let it simmer. So I open the pot again. I'll add in the fish. We almost forgot the fish for our soup. So I'll add in the fish, then cover the pot and let it keep cooking. Ooh la 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 la. You can see our soup is bubbling. So at this point, guys, this is our dissolved ogbono. I will now add it into the pot. At this point, you won't cover the pot again because it is said that if you cover the pot, your ogbono won't be slimy the way you want it. So I'll just open the pot and let it keep cooking because we want thick ogbono soup. Wow, the obstacle in this soup is so much. Oh, this one is correct on the yam. So guys, if you are following me for the first time, I say thank you so very much. And if you've been following me, say thank you very much. Keep liking, keep sharing, and hit the subscribe button. So this is what we have. I'll just allow it to keep cooking. At this point, guys, the aroma in my kitchen is so amazing. So I have some periwinkle. At this point, I'll add the periwinkle, but the periwinkle is optional. So see, the periwinkle is optional. Then I'll now bring in some salt. Don't add too much salt because you know you use salt for the meat. So don't add too much so that you don't spoil your soup. So you can see the ogbono has dissolved very well. And the soup is coming up so very well. So get your swallow ready. So just allow it to cook for some time. Let the ogbono cook very well. So I'm back to check our soup. It's now time for me to add in our vegetables. So I'll add the Uziza leaf first because Uziza leaf is a bit hard. So you add it first. You now stir. Then after stirring, you now bring in the ugu or the pumpkin leaf. Don't add too much so it doesn't overpower the ogbono soup. You won't be cooking for long. After stirring, I'll turn off the heat and guys, it is time for serve and enjoy. You agree that this soup is banging. So just stir. And guys, I'll turn off the heat. Pepper is okay, salt is okay, all the ingredients are just okay. I'll turn off the heat and let's get our swallow ready. So guys, soup is ready. Like I said, it is enjoy. You can bring your swallow and join me as we take this our delicious ogbono soup. Guys, so if you have watched up to this moment, I say thank you again. Keep liking my videos and keep sharing. Thank you very much. I will see you in my next. Bye-bye.